This is the example video for radical to exponent form. So first let me write my formula. Okay, remember if we have something with an a root of a base of x to a power of b, we can rewrite that as x to the b over a. Okay, so really all we're doing is identifying what a and b are and plugging it right into this exponential form. Okay, so right now for this problem, okay, the sixth root of 2, okay, it appears as if there is no b term. Remember, if it appears that there is no b term, we say it has a b term of 1. Okay, so in this case my b is 1, my a is 6, so I can rewrite this as 2 to the 1/6. That's all we have to do. Okay, next one. We have the fifth root of 10 all cubed. Okay, so this 5 would be my a, this 3 would be my b. Okay, so I can rewrite this as 10 to the 3/5. Okay, and occasionally you might see this 3 outside of the radical. Okay, occasionally you might also see it inside the radical as well as 10 to the third power all under the radical. Okay, either one works because using our property of exponents, it really doesn't matter. It's all kind of a personal preference. We do have to be careful for an example like this, where we've got a 3v all squared. Okay, so if you are putting that power outside of the radical, that's fine, but if you're putting it inside the radical, we have to remember to put parentheses around the 3v. Okay, so taking a look at this one, we've got our 5 is our a, this 2 will be our b. Okay, so I've got 3v to the 2/5. Okay, remember if I didn't put parentheses here, I just put 3v to the 2/5. That means I have 3 times v to the 2/5. But remember that 2/5 also applies to that 3 as well, so those parentheses are really important for us. Next example. Okay, we have the cube root of 7k all to the 5th power. So this 3 will be our a, this 5 will be our b. So we've got 7k, parentheses are important, all to the 5/3. Oh, my mistake, I put 5/5, 5/3. Okay. All right, looking at this one right here. Okay, we've got 1 over the square root of x all cubed. Okay, so I'm just going to simplify the bottom right now, the denominator. Okay, so whenever we have a square root, okay, that means we have a 2 out front, but we actually don't need to write the 2. Okay, so we know this 2 is going to be our a, this 3 is going to be our b, so we have x to the 3/2 in our denominator. And now I'm going to cross the line and switch the sign. So this ends up becoming x to the negative 3/2. And that's how I would like you to simplify that. All right, last example already. Okay, so we've got 1 over the 5th root of 3n. Okay, so I'm just going to take care of business in the denominator. So I've got 1 over 3n. Okay, looks like I don't have any exponent here, so that's the same thing as having this 3n all to the 1st power. Okay, so I've got 3n to the 1/5. I don't want this to be a fraction, so I'm going to cross the line and switch the sign. So I end up getting 3n in parentheses to the negative 1/5. At this time, I would move on to the practice for radical to exponent form.